Welcome, everyone, to the college football playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. We have a great battle for us here tonight. Two teams with championship aspirations, but trying to define the odds and take a big step closer to that national championship. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense. Football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, is unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Trojans line up on 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving the quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Fighting him off. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he'll try to pick it up on the ground. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. We're going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Tight end makes the grab.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The Trojans are in the red zone. They'll run it here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Wow, how about the defense here? On the road in a playoff game, you step up and come up with an interception on the first drive. You're an underdog. It's a big stage. All odds are against you. And you start off the opening drive as a defense with an interception. And you bring your quarterback out now with some confidence, believing that they can win this game.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And he drops back in the gun. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw it again. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. You talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. On 1st down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left side. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, USC. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Returner tackle right there. That's where we'll start the drive. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's 1st down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46. The Aggies looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Almost makes a terrible freshman mistake. Lucky that it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Finds his man. The pickup is 6. Makes it 3rd down and 4.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Makes a quick grab. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this 1st down on the 3rd down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Back to throw again. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, A&M.
Number 83 with the catch and score.
Here's the point after attempt. And the PAT is good.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Tennessee offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Second down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down?
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And he's out of bounds here on the return. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Fires it to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually, that's going to cost you.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Pickup of 14. First down.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Trying to extend the play. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting the hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Pass is incomplete, but there's a penalty marker down. Might be roughing the quarterback. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So now the offense has a fresh set of downs after that roughing the passer penalty. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. That ball snagged for a completion. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Forced down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggies. Now the all-important extra point. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7.
That makes the score.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Catch made on the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Bringing pressure. Makes the catch downfield. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. They attack the deep middle of this defense, could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
And looking to throw now on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Second down, looking to throw it. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And that is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. First down, looking to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Trojans will kick this away to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The pass is caught. He's found some room at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught in the flat by the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
They're going to pick up a first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Boy, what a throw. But what's more impressive is the toughness by that quarterback, knowing he's about to get hit and still makes that throw.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He gave it a shot. They should have just left the ball in the end zone. They spotted it at the 19. The Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands. That
completion makes it 2nd and medium. Press coverage now from the secondary. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage.
No shot to bring him down. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
They're going to run it. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Penalty sets up a first down and 5. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Obvious false start there, moving too early. So it looks like the penalty will be accepted by the head coach, and the offense will pick up some yardage there. Here's a 1st and 10 play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. But it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost them 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. The linebacker shifting around now. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. They finally corral him at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They'll keep the kicker on the sideline, try to break the tie with a touchdown here late. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Southern California. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
This is called having confidence in an offensive line and a running back. 4th down and goal, you pound it in for the touchdown.
PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Handoff here from the shotgun. A change of direction. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made at the 43.
Well, the whole key on 4 verts is being able to give the quarterback enough time to assess the defense. Because once he's got his receivers downfield, if he has time to make that throw, you're going to come up with some big gains.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Trojans offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there. And the Trojans will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, keep working that clock and trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, SC. And now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, and it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Running out of time in the pocket. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
This defense recognized that this offense wanted to throw the football. They pinned their ears back, got into attack mode, and came up with a nice sack.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a score by this offense. And the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick. If they can recover it, you never know.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a quick grab.
Interesting call here by this offense on the 2-point conversion. Just not enough depth on that route to get him across the goal line. And the defense does a nice job of coming up with that tackle to keep him short.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the USC offense is back out on the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught for the completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Oh, the ball is not free. Who's got it? Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Trojans expect to be able to just bleed the clock out here in the final minute. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, USC. Because this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. Playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles and try to slow this guy down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 50. Inside the 40. That's a potential game changer. The pick and the big return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
offense ready to start this drive. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.